20 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. If your resume says that you served in the United States Army, you don't need to tell me anything else. I stand and I say thank you. Mm-hmm. Randy Rawls has that on his resume. He is an accomplished author in addition to being a veteran. And he's got another book to talk to us about. He's got a lot of books. Oh, my gosh. He must never stop. His new book, I think, is called Jingle and His Magnificent Seven. Am I reading the title right here?
Yep.
Randy Rawls, good morning, sir. Thank you for being on the air with us.
Good morning, Larry. It's great to be here with you, and you're absolutely right on the title.
Okay, and where are you? Are you in North Carolina?
Oh, no, I'm down here in Delray Beach on the other coast.
Okay. Okay, I don't know why I thought you were in North Carolina. But anyway, thank you for being with us today.
It's my pleasure. I enjoy these very much and love to talk to good Floridians.
So who is Jingle?
Okay. Now you're getting into me. All right. Jingle is Jingle is a Santa elf. And once in a while, I like to back off and have a little fun with a book. And this is my second go-around with Jingle. His full name is Jingle Bell. He's a Santa elf. And since my last book, he's been promoted. And he is now the SEIC of the SBI for the Southeastern District of the United States.
Okay.
And SEIC, of course, is Santa Elf in charge. And SBI is Santa Bureau of Investigation.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
I love that.
Jingle has a very responsible job.
So he's in charge of the Southeast. Does that mean he's here in Florida?
That's absolutely it. And in this instance, the book takes place in my imaginary town of Coral Lakes, Florida, which is lies between Fort Lauderdale and Boca Raton over on the Atlantic coast.
That's not a bad place to go if you're used to being in the North Pole.
That's true. That's true, and he enjoys it.
So, what kind of character is he? Is he a cool character? Is he clumsy? Tell me about the character of Jingle.
Jingle is a very he's a good guy. He gets around. He does his job. He is very accomplished at what he does, but he also has to work within Santa limitations. And that brings in the Magnificent Seven aspect of the book.
Ah.
I love that movie.
I love the original movie.
Yeah.
And I make sure in this book I reference the original, not the one that came out last year.
Yes. I noticed.
But Jingle has, Santa has a problem. He has a rogue elf in Santa Land. And I know that's hard to believe, but it happened.
Oh, really?
And this character, his name is Rhyme, or I-M-E.
Okay.
And Rhyme broke into Santa's computer and stole the naughty and nice list.
Oh, no.
Yes, and then he disabled Santa's computer. So, obviously, we got to get the list back. So he disappears, and Santa puts out an all elf's bulletin on him, and we find out he's in South Florida, and so he's in Jingle's jurisdiction. Jingle goes after him, but he runs into a problem because Rhyme is trying to make a deal with the financier of a terrorist cell in Florida. And Santa has a hard rule that says you can do no harm to a human.
Yeah, that's a good rule.
Yeah, so now Santa has to go find an ally to help him out on this. I mean, Jingle has to. And he recruits my guy, Nip Thomas, who's a PI in Coral Lakes. And then it goes from there to Nip, goes and talks to the terrorist leader, Abdul Abada, but he quickly figures out this is way too much for one man, and I can't go to the police. If he goes to the police and says, "Hey, I know about a terrorist cell," the police are going to say, "How do you know?" He says, "A Santa elf told me," and they break out the jacket that with the sleeves that's behind the back.
You're right.
So now we've got, now we've got Nep has a problem. So they put their heads together, and since Jingle is only about 2 feet tall, he has to hover to get up there to put the head together. And they come up with the idea they have to recruit more people. And here's why I had some real fun, because he goes out and he recruits the private investigators that I've been writing about for the last 20 years or so. So we end up with 7 private investigators, all of them familiar to me, if not to everybody else. And that's the Magnificent 7 that comes on to help Jingle get the list back.
Fun.
And eyes the bad guy.
Fun.
It is such an enjoyable read.
What a fun concept. So I didn't find that on Amazon. I found every book on Amazon except for this one. Is this so new that it didn't get there yet?
Bingo. It comes out next week.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
That's pretty awesome.
Well, guess what? I have a copy of it. So if I have a listener who would like a copy of Jingle and his Magnificent 7, you'll be one of the first to get it. This is actually a proof copy, so it's kind of like a collector's copy. So is it available on your website, randyrawls.com?
Not yet. I have to update my website. Really, I am a very poor website person.
Well, now, there was one thing I wanted to ask you about this, because the other Jingle book, Jingle's Christmas, is available. So maybe we could order Jingle's Christmas, and then we would know Jingle a little bit better before we read Jingle and his Magnificent 7.
I think it's a wonderful idea, and it's the same character, the same goofiness, the same mischievousness. Now, Jingle is a little bit on the mischief side. He loves to pop in and pop out. He loves to basically yank your leg is what he's doing. So that's this in both books. In fact, Jingle's Christmas features 2 of the PIs that reappear in Jingle and his Magnificent 7.
Ah, okay.
And it's a really amazing that when you write that you can set out to write something that's fun and not allow the seriousness to overshadow that fun and stay the same all the way through the book, because it really held my attention.
Oh, that's wonderful for you to say. Thank you so much. And yes, every once in a while I have to break away. The world is so serious today, and in all my books I'm hoping I planted a chuckle here and there, but it's nice to do something that's a little bit frivolous. And of course, depending on how you feel about it, actually, I know that Santa does have elves. I'm sure of that. But some people might not believe that. So.
Just a fun story. Let me give away the copy that you sent us. Good morning. You've got the book. Who's this?
So nobody else wants these books. I read all the time. I don't even watch TV. But there's Gene again.
Gene, you got it. It'll be waiting for you. Yeah.
Oh my! That's 3 books.
He's lucky today because it was like four lighting things on here, so I picked this. Randy, I think you got a hit on your hands. It went pretty quickly. So what would you recommend? Just go to randyrawls.com?
No, just be patient. I'm going to push it out next week, and it will be available on Amazon.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
My other books you can see on randyrawls.com, and I promise to get it updated sometime soon.
And you have a lot of them. And I did find a lot of your books on Amazon, and you must never stop writing. You just must be dedicated to your craft, sir. Thank you so much for your service, by the way, and thank you for taking time out to be with us today.
Well, thank you, Larry, and it was great being with you, and good luck to you, my friend.
Thank you, Randy. And anytime you're in Ocala, make sure you stop by. We'll do an interview in the studio.
Certainly. Sounds wonderful.
All right, we will take a break. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. Making it easier to get hurricane relief to Puerto Rico, the federal government's waiving what's called the Jones Act for the next 10 days, allowing foreign-flagged ships to deliver goods between U.S. ports. Fox's Geraldo Rivera in San Juan says
that can help get bulk relief in here, which is critically necessary. I'm standing in front of one of the zombie condos here that line the strip in San Juan. High-rise buildings without electrical power, without water, 12 stories, 15 stories high, no elevators. To flush the toilet, you need a gallon of water. You have to schlep it up there. So that gives you an idea of the crisis that rich and poor alike are suffering here in Puerto Rico.
President Trump had said a lot of people in the shipping industry did not want the Jones Act lifted. And the president tells Fox about NFL owners not cracking down on protests during the national anthem.
I think they're afraid of their players, you want to know the truth. And I think it's disgraceful.
Fox News, we report, you decide.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a Select Quote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I shopped the many highly rated term life insurance companies we represent and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his cholesterol, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $27 a month. That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-467-1443. That's 800-467-1443. 800-467-1443.